been a Scene production co-broadcast for the AFL Hunter Central Coast.
It's footy time. We're at Max McMahon Oval, the home of the mighty Maitland Saints, to bring to you the Black Diamond Cup Women's Division, top-tier footy in the Women's League at its very best. And right now, we're going to bring you the tale of the tape. That's how the two sides are going so far this year. None and 8 for the Maitland Saints. They're on the bottom of the ladder, but it is their return year to the top-tier competition. 7 and 1. For the Killarney Vale Bombers, 106 points for 570. That's half a ton to the Killarney Vale Bombers. They're on fire. Ladder position 8, and the Killarney Vale Bombers holding the top spot. They are the reigning premiers, and they are here to bring a miserable day to the Max McMahon home side. The Maitland Saints, though, not without their chances entirely. They are back in Cup after a year playing reserve grade, and we love to see that. So every week is a learning curve and an experience for them as they get better and better, this emerging football club. I'm Corey Hopper. I'm joined with Arabella Tarpey and Shane Darwin, my co-host for the commentary team today, and this is going to be a great game. Arabella, how are you? Good to have you back in the commentary box.
Thanks, Corey. Yeah, I'm well. Just got back from surfing in Sumbawa, so it's definitely a change of scenery.
Surfing in where?
Sumbawa in Indonesia.
Sumbawa.
So Sumbawa, yeah. I did a comp over there, but yeah, it's good to be back apart from the rain and a little bit of a miserable day to start off with, but yeah.
So green fields instead of blue oceans. What great way to swap. Having a little look at our predictions for today's match, I've gone the Bombers. They're a level above just about anyone, and they are storming along. Arabella, 34 points. They're the top for the reason. Only 34 points for you. And Shane, you equalled me with 60.
I have, and strangely enough, Corey, I got a message from Ash Borg, and a shout out to Ash. He's down in Sydney commentating today. He said, I'm going to take the Bombers by 60 today. I said, Ash, you wouldn't believe it. I took the Bombers by 60. Corey took the Bombers by 60. Ash took the Bombers by 60. So we're all thinking a 10-goal
I think we've been working together for too long. That's where we're all starting to turn into the same person, maybe. An even 10 goals seems like a relatively safe one. It's not too offensive for the side that may not win. And, you're not getting ahead of yourself with that. So we could see a big score by the Killarney Vale Bombers. Around the ground, of course, we'll bring you live updates as we progress with the 3 other matches happening around the Central Coast and Hunter region. But right now, live and exclusive, you are on the scene with us here. The Scene Productions bringing you the beautiful pictures here from the wonderful Max McMahon Oval, which is midway through a massive renovation. And what a great job they're doing here. We love travelling up here and visiting our friends at the Maitland Saints, and we always enjoy good football on this luscious pasture. As the ball goes up in the air, myself, Arabella and Shane in the commentary box, bringing you all the action. And first thing we might need to do is go give the siren sounder a tap on the shoulder.
The siren sounder's leaving him hanging.
Wait for it. I'm not sure where he is. He's probably ploughing into a egg and bacon burger. As we see Hugh Matheson from the reserve grade side, and also the fundamental pivot point of the constructions here.
There we go.
It'd be disappointing for him. We're just getting underway now. We are happening. The Black Diamond Cup Women's Division is underway here at Max McMahon. And it's kind of a motionless start in the middle there as we've got the ball pinned to the ground. Umpire lets it carry on, and it's the Bombers that get it out. First clearance for them. Kessler kicks wide to the wing. Running player straight on top of that. Looping hand pass over the top. It's in the hands now of Emily Thompson, and her kick is effective. She's found Sasha Edwards, a notorious possession winner. Hand passes back into Thompson, and Thompson finishes off with the first goal of the game. Just clinical for the Killarney Vale Bombers. Have you watched much of the Killarney Vale Bombers footy, Arabella?
Yeah, they've been
year?
such a dominant side. Not as much this year, but I know last year when I was playing, yeah, they were always in such good form. And Maitland as well really dominated in the plate last year as well. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Obviously, not a great start for them, but they're at their home ground, so they're going to really want to put on a show for the local crowd.
They will go in as hard as anyone, the Maitland Saints girls, and they know their backs are up against the wall with this powerhouse side, the Killarney Vale Bombers. Probably too much to expect a win for the Saints, but so long as they put in an effort and use this as a learning curve to continue with their football journey and keep the club propelling forward, no doubt moving up from reserve grade into senior to the Cup competition is a step forward for the club, and they continue to do that here at Maitland. And this will be a club of the future, I think, with the region just growing and growing and populating more and more all the time. But it's the Bombers who've taken off now, and I believe that was Turner who's kicked that one, long one down towards the wing. In the hands now of Wood. She's been a perpetual star for the Bombers for a long time now. The kick, Sasha Edwards' front spot, couldn't take the mark, and the Saints get hold of it, wheel around, get a kick towards their goal. They've managed to get a second kick and a little run on here. There's an opportunity coming for a score for the Saints early on. They're working hard at ground level, unable to get possession, Arabella, and they're away with it.
Yeah, I almost thought they had that full momentum there, but it's back over to Killarney Vale. So, yeah, it was a real missed opportunity there for Maitland, but, almost a hammy there. So, turnover again. And, yeah, it's been an action-packed start, but I think we really want Maitland to start to fire up and, make it an interesting game. Yeah,
they certainly do. They'll give it all they've got. They'll be many areas of the game. They'll be outclassed by just what is a superior women's program under the guise of Brad Edwards is their coach. They've been front runners for years and years now, and they set a great standard for which other clubs can measure themselves on in their own progress. So the closer you get to Killarney Vale, then you know that you're improving and moving forward, because they're a benchmark standard. They do very well. The skills are terrific. They're running games on fire, and they've got some real grit. So the Maitland Saints are doing very well, all things considered, putting up a good fight here at the moment. And you're right in saying so. You've got to seize those opportunities as the Bombers wheel in for another shot on goal. High ball. Oh, unlucky. I think that just grazed the goalpost as it was on its way down. And they're showing there, Arabella, just how quickly they can move the ball.
Yeah, for sure. That was so close to getting through the middle post. But, yeah, I'm excited to see this quarter. Obviously, the ground's probably a bit dewy as well. But, yeah, it looks lush out there. So green. And the girls are going to fight for it. So, yeah, Killarney Vale now getting the chance to get it to the wing. But kind of seems like they've got some players that are unmarked there. So, really leaving the door wide open for Killarney Vale. Their forward 50.
So, ball now going to come back in through via a stoppage. And not the worst thing for the Bombers. They're very good around these stoppages with some of the midfield stars that they have. Tapped down by Jurek. Ineffective in that Maitland Saints have emerged with the ball. They've kicked themselves out of the danger area. So great effort here by the Saints. Scramble now in the middle of the ground. Still moving the way of the Saints, and this is brilliant work. Ella Gidney, who was a star last time we covered this game, done extremely well. Still moving towards goal. They got numbers here, the Saints. It's back in the hands of Gidney. She turns into traffic, gets a hand pass out at the last minute, and this is what the Bombers do well. In the clutch moments, they pull through. And a free kick now going. I feel Gidney turned the wrong direction in that. If she had kept travelling out on that right-hand side, she had an open field to run to goal, but it's hard to make those decisions in a split second when you're under pressure. And the Bombers are away. I think that narrow miss will fire them up. They very nearly could very easily have been scored against in that little foray. So we now have a free kick going the way of the Maitland Saints, and it looks like, is it Trinity Raw? I'm a big fan of that surname. Let's hope we see a little bit of roaring from the Maitland Saints today. As the kick goes across field, good pick up in the tackle. They've dispossessed the Bombers of the ball here. Impressed with the gallant fight that the Maitland Saints are putting up at the moment. They've already created 2 scoring opportunities for themselves. That's hard to do against this side. Hand pass forward. It's in the head, that's Wood. She's been up and about already in this game. High kick. The mark's taken by Georgia Butler. She wastes no time sending it further afield. The ball bounces. Looks like on this occasion, is that Mia Wilson out there?
Oh, I didn't know she was back, mate.
Well, she's not in her normal number, but on the list we've got 11. Mia Wilson, is she back? We'll have to get some intel there. Why wasn't I notified of this?
Yeah.
Mia Wilson, of course, is a...
It's different on the other sheet.
Oh, it's
but
not
yeah.
Mia Wilson. That was on the website.
Yeah.
It's Georgia Jenkins. So my apologies. I was going to say, stop, don't do that to me. I should have got a memo about that. So Jenkins with the ball again. She's wrapped up in a tackle before she can get the hand pass out. She gathers the ball back again, but they are hot onto the ball carrier, the Maitland Saints defence. That's impressive stuff. Getting numbers around that congestion there and just slowing down and limiting, even restricting the run of the Bombers. Gathering possession now, the Saints, they're holding the ball up, stemming the flow. They've got good numbers around this congestion here, the Saints, they might emerge with it. Umpire allowing the game to carry on. The ball's out in the open now and winning the foot race. Maitland Saints. Ball's dispossessed now. They can't get it. They're really making it tough for the Bombers here at the moment. That was Gidney again. She's kicked it out, or Raw, I think it might have been. Then getting that kick then, I think the mark then was taken by Kirsten Kessler. She's a star. Last year's medal, best and fairest medalist for the women's competition. She's an absolute star of the Killarney Vale Bombers and a wonderful person to go with it. But a point's been kicked on this occasion, Arabella, by the Bombers. They extend their lead by just the solo point. But the Maitland Saints have been really impressive so far.
Yeah, a fairly quick turnaround there, but you could see Maitland almost caught Killarney Vale off guard and they got that quick run through into their forward 50. But yeah, Killarney Vale seem a little bit rattled, to be honest. So 2 points in a row. So just want to slow it down and really line up the goalposts. But
yeah, I think you're right. I don't think Killarney would have been expecting this kind of resistance, to be honest, with the from the Maitland Saints. So it's good to see.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a great game. So yeah, a little bit congested here as well. We've got Killarney Vale just looking to clear it out. Number 8, I'm just trying to see in our. Looks like Alagindi. Is it the same on yours?
Gidney, yeah.
Gidney, yeah.
Yep, that's right. Yep, she's a great player for the Maitland Saints. Expect her to be in amongst it. At half back now for the Bombers. They've regathered the ball. This is where they like to rebound from. Long kick towards the forward line. And the Maitland Saints have been able to chop that off. So ball back in the hands of the Bombers. Kick down the line. No mark taken. Zoe Naylor wheels around. Hand passes to Kessler. They combine to send the ball deep into the forward line. And the mark taken. If if I didn't know better, that's me, Wilson, isn't it? No.
I'm in two minds. I don't think so.
No. We're going to go with the official sheet and say it's Georgia Jenkins. I don't remember them looking.
No, and
similar as that.
It's got the same
Same
physique
colour
as
hair.
Mia, and you know, tall and good overhead. Like maybe it is Mia.
I don't know. We'll find out. Somebody from the Bombers, no doubt, will be listening to this going, get it together, you Muppets.
Come
you
on, Hopper,
know
what
this
are you
better.
doing?
You know this better than that. So there is a lot of glare on the screen at the moment, and my eyes aren't what they used to be.
Okay, it's
so
the glare,
Yeah, beautiful work. That's a great mark, and she really worked hard to get hold of that. Ella Gidney, expect big things from her today. She's a wonderful acquisition for the Maitland Saints. Ball now at half forward for the Maitland Saints. And with the ball up now, Jurek wins that decisively. The midfielders aren't at the fall of it. They've got it now. Kessler on the outside there receives the hand pass, kicks it across the ground. It's a foot race now, but there's three Maitland Saints, and that toe poke was fortuitous. Mark taken, long kick forward, and a mark by Gidney. She's been on fire for the Maitland Saints and driving this resistance with a chance to kick the Maitland Saints' first goal. And this is tremendous work. It's gone through for a point, so they've opened up their account with their first point for the game. And very impressive stuff by Ella Gidney. She just kept running until she snapped that one up.
Yeah,
So
Gidney's been everywhere on the field in defence and, ran that one through. So it's good for them to get just a score on the scoreboard now, and hopefully that'll run with that forward momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. As we saw in the previous game, momentum's an important and powerful thing, and it can swing equally one way or the other, no matter how fancied one side might be over the other one. It's something you can take control of just through sheer grit, hard work and determination. And the Maitland Saints are displaying that in both their grades here today against probably much more fancied opponents in Killarney Vale, who are enjoying a wonderful season. Their women's side always enjoying a wonderful season, but they are being genuinely tested by the 8th spot Maitland Saints side, who have a lot of pride and a lot to play for. The ball in dispute in the middle of the ground. The umpire says that was a high tackle. Billy Gaston, I think that is. And the Bombers now trying to mount something and try and get this monkey off their back. And a kick on goal here looks very good. The finish is superb. And a wonderful goal kicked by the Bombers. Getting a read on that player. I believe that could have been Sky Bailey.
Yeah, so starting to kind of run with it now, but not the start for a 1v8 leaderboard matchup you'd expect.
Especially these two particular sides. Shane, you'd agree with that? We've watched a lot of Killarney Vale, a lot of Maitland Saints over the years. And
Maitland bringing a lot of heart. And there's talk about should they be up in cup? Should they be in play? But I like them up in cup. I think you've got to play with the best to get better, and they're bringing their game to them. I love it.
Certainly are, and that's what we like to see. I mean, that's a measure of the entire league moving forward. When you see sides back competing in the top tier of the competition, showing this type of gallantry and this type of vigour and putting up this type of resistance, it's a great comment on the entire league and how we are working our way forward. In the Women's League, we know one thing, Shane, the top tier sides aren't going backwards. They're not getting worse. They're staying where they are and improving. Killarney Vales and Newcastle Cities. So when sides like Maitland are inching ever so slightly towards that level, and they're doing it quite a bit here today, then it's a great comment on how the whole competition is moving forward.
Sure is.
Over the far side now, Kessler. She's really putting a stamp on this game. She's had a number of possessions. Kick forward. She's found her teammate. And they're going to try and strike something again now, the Bombers. Wheeling around, kick inboard. They've got plenty of space here now. Quick play on. Tackle was shrugged relatively easy. And wow, great goal. She was determined to smash that one. Was that Butler, I think? She kicked that one. And she was determined to do that. She just put her the defensive player in front of her aside and kicked that almost textbook-like. So they're starting to roll on now, Arabella, the Bombers.
Yeah, this back end, they're certainly kind of getting that momentum, but yeah, we'll see. Obviously, Maitland have really showed potential. So, yeah, it's been an exciting quarter opening up the Women's Black Diamond Cup, and yeah.
Well, I think we've got three minutes to go on this one, three and a half maybe to go, and I think a 3-goal quarter, if they can keep the Bombers to just the 3 goals they've got so far, which will be difficult enough in itself, they can be pleased with that opening stanza. But they've got to carry it on. They've got to try make sure they don't get too disappointed as that lead increases and drop their heads and lose that resistance and that vigour that they've been showing so far. So, ball now in the hands of the Bombers. They're trying to raise something again on that far side. Hand pass inboard. They're very good at pouncing on the spilt ball now. Wheeling around. This looks like it's another one in the goal direction, but just a minor score this time. Few amendments on those team sheets today, so we'll fix that up in the quarter time address. Get a little more succinct with the players that we're calling out there. But certainly enjoying the spectacle at the moment. Maitland Saints to re-enter the fray. Running full measure. Big kick inboard. Touched. We're very close to the boundary line there. That's Craig who hand passes inboard. Kick away for the Maitland Saints, and they've done well here. There's a bit of space for the Maitland's players. Bombers arrive like cavalry on horseback. Out of nowhere, suddenly there's 5 Bombers there. The Maitland Saints have done well here. They've gotten out of it a further kick of field, but only as far as superstar Holly Flack. And her kick across the field isn't resuscitated by any Bombers, but we've got it in the hands of one Skylar Dunn, who runs at full measure, has a bounce and a kick. It's rolling towards the goals, deserves something spectacular, but manages something minor, a minor score, 2nd point for the quarter, which in recent seasons we might not even have seen that. Shane, would you agree?
Yeah, listen, it's you know, you look for small wins when you're playing a team like Killarney Vale, and getting a couple of scoring shots in the first quarter is really good. And if they can walk away with, 7 or 8 scoring shots for the game and including a couple of goals in that, they'll be pretty happy, I reckon.
Yes, they absolutely would. I think they've created 4 or 5, maybe half a dozen opportunities to score, and genuine opportunities to score here in this quarter already. So I'd rightfully be absolutely thrilled with this if I was the coach of the Maitland Saints girls. That's most certainly a step in the right direction, and a huge step at that. Holly Flack's been on fire so far this quarter. She's had the ball dozens of times from that defensive line, running it out. Easily the most famous Flack of all Flacks, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, I think she may have a brother. I heard he might be playing today as well. Interesting to see if he's any good.
Yeah. Luke, that's Holly's brother.
Yeah, Holly's brother.
Yeah, that's right. Stoppage now. Half forward for the Maitland Saints. They've kept the ball up there for a little bit. The Killarney Vale Bombers will want to do something about that. Unable to do so because the boundary has gobbled the ball up and will have it done at the stoppage. So repeat play. Looks like some blue sky starting to punch through the clouds now, which is what we expect here at Max McMahon. Blue skies, green fields, and good footy. The rolling scrum. The Bombers emerge with it. Kick down the line. But Edwards couldn't get hold of that one. But they've got it nonetheless, the Bombers. And some good work done there by Edie Thomas. Or Jodie Eager, I'm sorry. And another stoppage ensuing. Big knock by the Bombers. They've got it now. Back with Wood. Seems to be doing a lot of the finishing out of these stoppage scenarios. Siren beats everybody. Wonderful quarter by the Maitland Saints. Credit where credit's due. They've restricted the top of the ladder team to 3 goals, 4 only. So 22 plays 2. It's a 20-point deficit, and one the Maitland Saints can rightly be pleased with. We'll go to a quick break, and we'll be back with the second quarter of AFL-HCC Black Diamond Cup Women's Division.
Welcome back to the Women's Cup action live from Max McMahon Oval. We are in the quarter time break as we see Coach Edwards down there giving his charges a bit of a run through there. It's a fairly dominant display by Killarney Vale to start things off, but not maybe as dominant as we were expecting. Maitland really brought a fair bit of attack to the party. They were ferocious on the ball. Their skills looked pretty good, and they had a couple of scoring shots to show for it as well. So some promising signs if you're a Saints fan. Bombers, of course, looking to carry on with their undefeated start to the year. They've been pretty well dominant, all bar a couple of minutes against Newcastle City in a game they needed a tie. Outside of that, they've really held the run of it for pretty much this whole year long, Arabella.
Yeah, going into the second quarter now, so it'll be interesting to get some updates again around the grounds. I know it's Newcastle City's day today as well over in number one.
Yes, they kick off at 1 o'clock in their women's game, but we do have another couple of games. I know Warners Bay and Nelson Bay will be going underway as we speak. We'll try and grab you a couple of scores throughout the broadcast as we go along. Thank you to all those local scorers that are good enough to put the scores up on Play HQ too. We do love it when we can log into the app and get ourselves a nice, easy-to-find score.
Yeah, Play HQ is amazing. When I was playing down south, I didn't know that was a thing, but logged in and it tracks everything.
It does. So early scores from Pasterfield. Cardiff Hawks 45, the Entrance Battle Bay 0. So that is after the first quarter. So dominant display by the Hawks. They've come out with a very big first quarter against the Entrance Battle Bay Blues. As we get ready to start the second quarter. Corey Hopper, I was going to say take us away, but he's still updating the names. There's been some late changes and he's furiously doing that as we see Kessler get the ball out now. Killarney Vale going deep into their forward line. Mark taken there by
Georgia Jenkins.
Georgia Jenkins.
Thank you, Shane. Wonderful cover for me there, mate. Nicely done as the Bombers look to open up their second quarter scoring account very quickly. And they do indeed. It looks like Jacqueline Green has hold of the ball right now. And she'll make no mistake from this distance. A notorious known goal kicker, and when by notorious I mean noteworthy. And straight through the middle there, wasting no time, the Bombers. First goal, second quarter, Jacqueline Green.
I want to say Jacqueline's, I think, 5th on the goal tally so far this year as well. So, as you say, she's a noted goal kicker. And
that's quite a flex too. We've got plenty of goals being kicked in the women's division right across the board.
How's the replay on screen?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yep.
We've got a few tricks here, don't we, Shane? Well, Shane's got a few tricks. We just cash in on them at the end of the day. So as the ball restarts in the middle, Bethany Wood on fire today, as she so often is. Kick out wide. Picked up that time, the kick forward now. Oh, beautiful piece of candy sold. It was a whole bag of red frogs on that occasion. And Jurek is the recipient of that wonderful kick. Waiting for something to present. It does indeed. Long kick forward. Falls just shy of the mark, meaning it was quite a stretch for Angel. But it's gone out of bounds without anybody making contact with the ball. Therefore, the lassos go in the air. Kick inboard. Almost cut off there by Trinity Raw for the Maitland Saints, but it's the Bombers moving back towards goal again. It's in the hands this time of Sasha Edwards, and she wheels around and kicks the goal. I think that's her second one for today, Sasha Edwards.
Yeah, she did well there. It looked like it came off the ankle, but yeah, still gets it through. So Killarney Vale off to a really strong second quarter. So
this is kind of probably a little more along the lines of what we expect from the Bombers girls. They are, once they get on a roll, they are very, very hard to stop indeed.
Bit of a goal silly for you there too, Chop.
I missed it, Shane. Sorry, I'm still
tap
doing
the tap of the upper arm. I don't know what that means. I don't know if she's getting ready to have a COVID jab or something, but it was a silly of some sort anyway.
I'll be having a look at that afterwards, and we'll be giving that a rating.
It's not like the backflip from last week. That's
no, that was unbelievable. I'm still recovering from that, actually. I'm good at talking, not so good at typing, it would seem. Yeah, but I'm just about done now. Kessler, normally, no, it's not Kessler, sorry. My apologies. It's Emily Thompson. And she's found Green. So Green, a live wire in the forward line. Long kick forward. Edwards looks like she might be priming herself for another day out. Kicks across the face. She's found her intended target. Gracie Jurek. She's been lively today too. Started off very, very well. Only carries the bulk of the ruck duties for the Bombers. She's having a shot on goal for her first one today. She's gotten onto that. Looks very good. Oh, plucked out of the sky. Right on the line there.
Yeah, Mia Wilson now.
No,
No,
you know what?
Sorry.
That it's not adjusted on the online at all.
So
Yeah.
it is
That
Mia
was
Wilson or it's not Mia
TMC.
Wilson?
That was-
I'm getting myself confused
That was
now.
a complete waste of my time. or it is. It
I
must
thought
be.
it was updated now.
It's supposed to be updated.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go and get some actual confirmation on this
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm in a time zone or what do they call it? One of those
Twilight Zone.
twilight zone. That's what I feel like. I'm in a twilight zone. Could that be the case?
It could be. We need to see if we can find Shackle someone down the line here and see if he can give us a heads up.
Yeah, I need. If there's a Killarney Vale Bombers affiliate or official, please wander up to the commentary box and give us some guidance here because
They'll be there. The Killarney Vale faithful will be at home online watching the game, getting absolutely distraught that we don't know
I should be able to tell straight
our
from there.
leading
But
goal kicker, if that is her. But she's not usually number 11, and that has caught me off guard.
30, isn't she? It should be enough to know that I'm a fan if I can guess her number. High kick by the Bombers. Oh, picked up beautifully with Summer Plum by Butler. Wheels around. She's looking forward. Gracie Jurek doing a mountain of work in the forward line for the Bombers girls now. There's only Maitland Saints around this one. Somehow the Bombers has ended up with it through the services of Wood. It's now with Leah Murphy, who's shouldering the ruck duties now. And Gracie Jurek's taking another mark. She's got another shot on goal. I would imagine distance will trouble her on this occasion. So she'll put it up into the hot spot. She's got plenty of likely subjects to aim for down there. Maitland Saints do extremely well. Front position, bring the ball to ground, roving her own work. Gets the ball out. But the Bombers resuscitate that. Send it straight back in for them for another opportunity. High kick, not to anyone in particular. It was kind of rushed. I think, is that Gidney that's taken off here now and follows up her good work. Gee, she's got some dash. Enjoyable to watch. She's followed that up. She could get it again here. She's going to have to work hard. Ball stalled and held up at about around the half-forward region. The Bombers have it, but an ineffective kick in the end. But following it up beautifully there. But caught in a tackle.
Yeah, but high.
But
was a good tackle otherwise.
High contact. So the
Yeah.
free kick with the Bombers. Yeah, take it away, Arabella, for sure.
That could have gone both ways. We saw Skylar Dunn in the mix. She had some beautiful play earlier and got 2 bounces in before that last one that she wasn't able to convert. But, yeah, back into the hands now of the Bombers. So gets the handball out to number 7. It's Thompson. Picks it up and, yeah, they're very congested now. They want to get it out to the wing, but a little fumble there from 52. It's Taggart. Yeah. Back into the forward 50 now of the Saints. And a run from number 8. So
Gidney. Oh, well done. Gee, she's exciting. I'm a fan. Ella Gidney almost kicked a goal there. She's, I dare say she'll get herself one before the end of the day. She has got some dash. And what I love is the way she's backing her play in, following up that with some just a lightning run. What an exciting prospect for the Maitland Saints. She's a star and one to behold for sure. High kick up. This time it's Raw. She gets hold of it. Tackled. Unable to do anything with it. The umpire calls a stoppage. Probably my favourite name on the field today is Trinity Raw. So I imagine, I don't know if that's the right pronunciation. I apologise if I've got it wrong, but it should be the pronunciation for sure.
Well, speaking of apologies, I've just checked, and Mia Wilson always wears number 11. That is Mia Wilson out there today.
That, you know what? No.
I just went back through and looked at round 3 when we saw her last against
you know what?
an
That's a
Anzac
Mandela
Day.
effect.
It
I'm
is
telling you.
Mandela effect.
It's a Mandela effect. I'm telling you. Mate, I reckon the Monopoly man didn't have a monocle more than Mia Wilson didn't wear 11.
But fantastic to see Mia back out and playing after.
So it is. At least I got that right.
Yeah.
At least I got that right. Yeah.
She's going to watch this back and just think,
I
what
knew
a
it was her.
bunch
I
of
was looking.
clowns.
See, my eyes are shot, and I have to squint at the screen, and I still knew it was her. Yeah. Thanks for the heads up too, Killarney. It was a nice surprise. Welcome back, Mia. And right now, the Maitland Saints have kept the ball in their forward line for some time now. Here comes Gidney. Keep your eye on her. She's got the head over the top. Jasmine Bender does very well in the end and gets the ball out for the Bombers. And they're off and racing now. This is Thompson. One bounce. She'll have another one. Two bounces. She's getting chased down by Raw. I guess she could hear a roar. So the kick forward now. Bombers have got something. So an opportunity here to finish off neatly with this passage of play. Not if the Maitland Saints have got anything to do with it. They've worked hard here. Gracie Jurek, she's over the top of it. Umpire's found a whistle, and there's an infringement, I think, on Jurek on this occasion. So maybe without the ball. Again, probably a touch far out to score. So she'll look for a leading forward. That leading forward just so happens to be Edwards. Little loafer on that occasion. She looks like she got collected by a defender behind her. No malice in it, but still an infringement nonetheless. So it'll be Edwards who'll take the kick here. She's exciting in the forward line there, isn't she? Lots of dash. Decides not to do the heavy lifting on this occasion herself and kicks out to Kessler, who in turn sends it into the hot spot. Maitland Saints have got work to do here. Wheeling around and taking the kick there for the Bombers and scoring another behind. Minor score. So the Saints to bring it in, Arabella.
Yeah, so some good time here to reset. You can see number 19's all on her own, but yeah, going to be too far, I think. She's going to go for the lead running in now, but yeah, it looks like a contested mark. Number 19, unable to get that one. Gets it out there, so Saints running with this and a little bit scrappy now. Yeah, dropping the ball, but anyway, played on and yeah, held up in there now. So
tied up now. Sorry,
rolling ball there, wasn't it? Rugby union style.
It was certainly tied up there. There's a couple of prospects there for the Maitland Saints where they're clearly looking for those players in particular, and rightly so too, because they are winning their fistful of it. And that's the way to go. But the Bombers are also aware of it and starting to get a lot of numbers around those particular players. So deep in the forward line now. Raw trying to get hold of the loose ball. Puts a tackle on the Bombers' counterpart there. Umpire says effective enough for me to call a stoppage. So we'll have a ball up. Beautiful pictures brought to you by the Scene Productions as the big knock by the Maitland Saints to try and get themselves out of danger. Kessler wrapped up very quickly. No sooner did she pick it up. Another stoppage. So it's been a fair effort by the Maitland Saints. In years gone by, many sides expect to be a lot further behind or not putting up even as much contest as what they are here. The Maitland Saints would be, I would imagine they'd be very pleased with this effort. As the ball's a pressurised kick, sees the ball bounce out of bounds, and we'll get another stoppage here. So, Shane, the re-entry kick by the Maitland Saints. Do you remember that from the last round that we were calling from here? Remember, it took a little while for them to get it rolling, but it was a good, exciting, dynamic re-entry kick. I love that there's a bit of club-wide strategy in the way that the Maitland Saints play, and as they become a bit more experienced, and I guess their players become more refined, senior players in all three of those grades, that's a really exciting style of football. I enjoy watching them play. Bombers now through Mia Wilson, who's got a new number, never wore number 11 that I remember, but she's a noted goal kicker. was leading the goal kicking by a mile. Oh, she probably still is she?
I think she's 5 behind Ruby Spark, so she can make those 5 up pretty quickly.
She'll
if
make
she
them up today.
Gets a hook along.
She gets a roll. Is this her first game back?
It
she
is
had
her first
a serious
game back,
injury.
It was either a broken or dislocated finger.
My understanding was the bone had actually penetrated out of the skin. It was a horrific
when we were down
injury.
at Terrigal the other week, wasn't it? So.
Yep. Yeah, but so she's back, and what a wonderful thing too. If we had known about that, we would have made a much bigger deal of it because we're big fans of Mia, and we certainly have missed not having her in the Killarney Vale side in a number of weeks now. So they'd be thrilled to have her back. As Kessler wheels around, kicks forward, and a free kick has been found. So they're doing some diligent work down there. That's Trinity Raw. Her kick, good distance. She gets it outside of that 50-metre arc, and they've done well at ground level here, the Saints. They could be off now. Ella Gidney gets her hand pass away in good time. Only one bomber there, and she's got 3 to beat. Somehow gets her hand pass. It's Holly Flack. She's doing a mountain of work on her own. Hard to beat 3 players from any side, and the 3 players win out. Maitland Saints kick forward, edging towards their goal line ever so slightly. The right players in amongst it there. Gidney, she's getting support. They're furiously working on that ball there. And it's Sky Bailey and Gidney trying to get hold of that ball. They can't get it on this occasion. The Bombers take control once again. This time Butler wheels around, right boot. Finds her intended target. One bounce, not the neatest of bounces we've seen, but effective enough in that the kick's away. Raw, 3 Maitland Saints there. She ran into trouble, but luckily she's got support. Big kick by the Maitland Saints. Now a one-on-one contest here at half forward. Shrugs the tackle, gets away with it, the Bombers, and the kick's effective. In the hands now of that's Georgia Butler. The kick forward now, hand pass, succession of them. Maitland Saints there to ruin the party. There's a succession of hand passes between them. They should be able to get out of this, but they're dogged, the Bombers, and it's 3 Bombers beating 6 Saints at the moment. Gracie Jurick's got hold of the ball. Umpire allowing it to play on, keeping the flow going, and rightly so too. Kick now in the middle of the ground. And a free kick's been found. I think it might have been incorrectly handled. She was, and Emily Thompson will take the kick, Arabella.
Yeah, Thompson looks to send it wide. Unfortunately, yeah, misses the mark there. So still in possession now of the Bombers, but looks like they're biding their time, just trying to reset into this forward 50 now. So yeah, the Saints look tired. They've had to put in a lot of hard yards in this defensive zone, so they're really going to want to put it in before halftime. They get that break, so yeah.
Might be a good point that you've made there, Arabella, because they only have 1 player on the interchange bench, and they have been matching the run of the Bombers all game too. So good point.
Yeah, I can see like a few girls walking around. Just you can tell on their faces they definitely look like they need a break. So it'll be good for them to have this half time and fully reset, but that's a huge effort to only have 1 on the interchange. So
saying, looking over at the bench itself, is there? Oh yeah, there is 1 player on there. Yeah,
I
couldn't even see that 1 player there for a second.
Yeah, no, they've still got that 1 rotation, but that's 3 less than what the Bombers have got. So it's hard enough as it is out there playing the top of the table side, but they are doing a wonderful job, and honestly, there's no discredit in the performance they're putting in so far, the Maitland Saints. We're now 17 minutes into the quarter, and Gidney's going to have another shot towards goal. It's rolling, bouncing, and whatever the result, the fact that she pops up there and creates that spark of excitement is something in itself. 17 and a half minutes are about to roll by, and Killarney Vale Bombers just 6-7-43.
I wonder if we're playing 16 aside, Corey, because Bombers have 6 on the bench.
Yeah, I was just looking at that as well.
Yeah, I think that they do. That's what they do play. 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the standard for the women's division. Wheeling around here, I think that's Sky Bailey, and she's kicked a goal. What a ripper! An outstanding piece of play there by the Maitland Saints. And excuse me for getting so excited there, but we love to see that when the emerging sides are able to just diligently keep pressing against it and have a piece of play like that against the top tier sides. It's an exciting moment. So beautiful work.
Yeah, and had those first 3 points have been goals, it'd be a very different situation now. It'd be
It certainly
24
would.
to 43. So, yeah, they've really had to fight for it. But I feel like the scoreboard's not really reflecting the work they've had to put in here.
Yeah, and it very rarely does when this is the situation. So the kicker of the goal there, I think it was Keely Cobcroft in the end. So forgive me if I've gotten that wrong, but wonderful work, Keely. So terrific stuff. And that's an exciting moment any way you look at it for the Maitland Saints. And they're at it again. They've gotten the clearance and they've got the ball through Gidney. She's got a hand pass off. They've got numbers here. Keely Cobcroft again just can't quite grab hold of it. It's a scramble below the knees here. Gosh, wouldn't it be something if they string two together in a row? The crowd will just about go off, I imagine. They'll fall over. That'll be a great thing for them to be able to achieve. They're certainly determined to try and make it happen. Ball comes out of the congestion. No one gets clean possession of it. That rolling scrum continues. Hand pass out. This time it's Craig. She's done well here. And a free kick now, going the way of the Maitland Saints. And it was off the ball free kick. And terrific work. This is Monique Craig who's got it. She's been active in the last couple of minutes here. They're back down right on their goal line again, the Maitland Saints. So an opportunity they've worked very hard for. And for even the briefest moments, the top of the table league leaders are being tested by the exact opposite. We've got first place playing 8th place here in an 8-team competition, and they are really putting in a diligent resistance and performance here, the Maitland Saints. Yeah. Unfortunately, the Siren will beat them this time, Arabella. How'd you find that first half?
Yeah, you could see Gidney was so fired up there in that last end of the second quarter. So, yeah, it would have been interesting to see if they had a few more minutes there to see what would have happened. But, yeah, they'll run with that momentum and hopefully rest up those legs with only one on the bench. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure some very encouraging words will be passed on from their coach, respective coaches to their charges. A wonderful game so far here in the Women's Cup division. We're going to go to half-time. We'll get these team sheets sorted out once and for all, and we'll be back with all the second half action after this.
This is Nathan Doyle. How are you, mate?
I'm good, Boogie. How are you? How's Shane?
G'day, Nathan. Very good, mate. Well, it's got you on Play HQ, mate. 66 games, 46 times best player. It's a pretty big stat. How did you get into footy, mate?
Yeah, I actually didn't play any AFL growing up as a kid. We had a high school gala day in year 12. Damien Tomset was a teacher at my school. He loved his AFL, so a group of me and my mates played the school gala day, loved it. So then the following season, once I'd finished school, myself and Tom Devlin, my best mate, went down to Wyong to have a run, and we've been on and off there since, but yeah, loving it now.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, you speak about the on and off. There was a couple of years gap there. What happened sort of in those years where you drifted away from the Magpies?
So I think I played 3 years of footy, and in my third year had a couple of injuries that affected. So I played cricket in the summer, so I couldn't play a bit during the summer. So I thought while I was a bit younger and trying to make something of my cricket, getting injured at footy wasn't the best thing to do. And then came back last year, when things didn't work out how I might have hoped, but back at the Magpies.
No, talk to us a bit about your cricket, mate, because you play Sydney first grade for uni, is that right?
I played at Sydney Tigers.
Sydney Cricket Club, that's right, yeah.
So I started playing in Sydney when I was 16. So I made my first grade debut at 16. Played a few games when I was younger, and then the last 3 seasons I've captained at Sydney Cricket Club. And then in between that, so when I was younger, played a bit of the pathways stuff, and was fortunate a couple of years ago, maybe 4 years ago now, I think it was, played a lot of second 11 and got to play against like the West Indies when they toured, so a couple of cool experiences with that. Yeah,
fantastic. The vibe around the Magpies must be pretty good. Listen, it was a little bit of a slower start to the year, but the last couple of weeks have really kicked off. Obviously, firstly taking care of Cardiff, but then on the weekend, that game against Warners Bay was outstanding. How's the mood around the club rooms at the moment?
Yeah, it's pretty good, to be honest. Obviously, it was a rough start. We, as a cup side, weren't where we wanted to be to start the season, and I think the results reflected that. So we had a lot of catch up to do, obviously coming up from plate last year, but especially given the results early, we had to fast track a lot of what we were doing. So to get that win against Cardiff a fortnight ago is really important, I think, just for confidence and feeling like a lot of the younger guys especially belonged at the level and could compete and do well. And then, to beat Warners on the weekend, obviously a special occasion for the 50th year anniversary, wearing the special jumpers, had you guys calling the game as well. So to get over the line against, I think, a pretty good Warners team. And throughout the game, especially in that fourth quarter, a lot of those younger guys were the ones stepping up to win really pivotal contests or make some key plays to either stop them getting a goal, making it behind, or getting a key spoil just to keep us holding on for that last quarter.
Yeah, some handy young players in your team. Vegas Tahupare, I think they say. Jacob Poltridge-Carr and Braden Evans, who won the Black Diamond Plate coaches. It wasn't a coaches award, it was the Rising Star last year. They're three, they played really well on Saturday. Can you tell us anything about either one of the three of them?
Yeah, I think all three, to be fair, like they train really well. They're really committed. And like I mentioned, I think getting some results as a group, it helps younger players settle and feel confident as well. I think I'll get Braden Evans as an example. So Kai McIntosh Bolts has been his mentor for the last couple of seasons at Wyong. We sort of had a mentor program for young juniors coming through. So he's been learning a lot off Kai. Obviously a great mentor because his work ethic and professionalism is really good. So yeah, Braden's really grown in his confidence through plate last year, and then to play good footy at cup level against good sides, against grown men guys that have had experience in different comps as well. I think all three of those guys are in a really good space, and if we keep a group of them together for a period of time, I think we're building quite nicely.
Yeah, for sure. If you go to the other end of the spectrum, Coop and Braden Toss probably at the older and further end. What do those guys and their mature heads bring to the group?
Yeah, I think with Brado back, he's played the last two games, and they're the two games that we've won. I think he's obviously a great footballer. Having him up in the forward line as opposed to a rucking like he has done brings a different dynamic, a real strong target up the ground. But he's just such a strong presence that I know me personally, I feel twice the size when I've got Brado on the field with me, and a lot of those younger kids as well. I'm sure just feel so much more confidence having a tough guy on your team who the opposition is scared of. But also, I think just his leadership, he really challenges guys to be in the contest and give it their all the whole time. And then equally with Cooper, who's a bit older again, but you look at the work he does around the club, president, coach the women's, come back, kick 4 for us, win us the game. Like he's just got that aura around him of someone that I know I personally have a lot of respect for the work he does around the club. And then the way he plays his footy, again, so tough at the ball, so skillful, and we all learn off guys like that.
Yeah, he was a terrific job organising that 50th anniversary on Saturday too. It was a great occasion. So many wonderful people at the event, and so many interesting people like Mike Davey, who is the Davey behind the Elliot Davey medal. Going back to the early years, it was a wonderful night there, and Chris was probably 75 to 80% that night in the organisation stake. So you got a wonderful president there as well, and I can remember him playing as an umpire when I first started in the region. Gee, it was tough and uncompromising, like his brother Jono. They were tough to play on and play against. So, no, they were great. Simon Smythe is your coach. He's a very pragmatic bloke, isn't he? Keeps it real, and he doesn't put too much on. Does he put a lot on you blokes? He just seems like he's very pragmatic and realistic about expectations and just lets you sort of work into things.
Yeah, definitely. I think Smarthy's done a great job, again, because we started the year a bit behind where we wanted to be, sort of breaking it down into smaller portions throughout the season. So we've got smaller blocks of play where we're building towards a game that might be one of the more competitive ones for us. And then once we find that belief, really harnessing it and giving those younger players you mentioned before, even some of the guys returning to footy after a couple of years like Vale Masterson or Cal Fryer down back, giving them really specific options and opportunities in a game on how we want them to defend, how we want them to play. And I think it's been important for Smythe to, just keep it really simple in terms of like a game plan or individual roles, but his passion is second to none. Like on game day, he's up and about. He's just as excited as we are for the game. And I think that's infectious, especially for a young group.
For sure. Personally, where are you heading in your sort of AFL career? Is it a little bit here and then a little bit of the cricket still? What are your goals over the next couple of years in the sports front, both footy and cricket in general?
I just love my footy, to be honest. Like, I'm at a time now where in my mid-20s, like the cricket dream that was once there isn't there anymore, which is fine. So I just get a chance to really enjoy my footy. I love being at Wyong and the community we've got there. To be honest, this year I really was hoping to make the rep side, so I was a bit disappointed to not make that when the team was picked. So we'd be looking, next year at a personal goal to get into the rep side. Just playing at Wyong and seeing that group develop and I think we've got a chance of building a decent side over the next few years if we get things right. So being a part of that is something I'm really keen to do. Yeah,
well, mate, you're definitely a rep type player in my books, mate. We've got our teams of the year coming out next week based on the half year, and I reckon you might feature in at least one of them. I won't tell you which one. You've been brilliant, mate. Your game on Saturday was just one of the best games I've seen all year. I think if you didn't get 40 touches, you got 50 at least. So it was just wonderful, mate. How did you feel out there on Saturday? Pretty good. I think as a group, especially a midfield group, we knew getting a good start was important to try and jump a side like Warners. So for me personally, getting a couple of clearances early and getting the forwards into the game who we kicked so straight in the first, I think we're 5 straight at quarter time. So I felt it was important to get ahead of the game early and sort of ambush Warners as we did. So I felt I got into the game pretty well, and then I think as a group, once you find that belief and that confidence, you go a long way. So I think it's definitely the best win I've been a part of playing footy. So it's fantastic.
Good stuff. Listen, before we let you go, any shout-outs or thank yous you want to have?
I guess Smythe would be a big one coaching-wise. Even last year when I came back, after every game, I'd get a bit of feedback personally on where my game was at, which I really, really appreciate. Try to take my footy pretty seriously and improve each week. So that was really important. My old man's actually come on and done some assistant coaching this year with Smythe, and I found that beneficial. I think some of those younger guys he spent a bit more time with around their roles, like I mentioned before. And just from a club perspective, I think Coop does so much and never asks for the recognition. So I admire the work Coop does, and I think the club's building really nicely off the back of a lot of people, but especially Coop.
No, beautiful, Nate. Thanks again for your time, mate, and all the best for the rest of the year for Wyong Lakes and the cricketing journey in the summer as well, mate. It's an absolute delight to have you on the show, and if you play like you did on Saturday, there'll be a few more scalps this season for sure.
No, perfect. Thanks, guys.
We are back now. Half-time at the Women's Cup as Corey Hopper is beaten to the punch by Shane Darwin, who gets in there and gives a little bit of love beforehand. Now, Corey and Arabella did some research at half-time, and I can tell you without doubt that last year, Mia Wilson wore number 30. This year, she has changed to number 11. So, Corey, you weren't wrong.
Mate,
you weren't right
I
either.
am a wealth of local footy knowledge. I'm a wealth of it. Who remembers stuff like that?
But we didn't get told that she was back today either. So,
What's
there
that?
you go.
Kirsty Raff coming through with the information. She's
Well,
a
she
wealth
could have told
of
us in
Killarney
advance
Vale
that
knowledge.
Mia was playing.
But,
anyway.
mate, how good is that? I remembered that from last year. I remember Mia Wilson's number. That's epic. I'm giving myself a little pat on the back. But more than anything, welcome back for the second half here at Max McMahon Oval. The Maitland Saints putting on a courageous performance against the top side of the competition, the Killarney Vale Bombers. They're a tough task on any day, and this day is no different. But the Maitland Saints have been gallant, restricting them to just 6 first-half goals, which is quite an effort. As the Bombers go forward again now in the hands of Green. She puts a quick one up in the air. Trying to converge on it now are the Bombers forwards, but the Maitland Saints defenders are getting in the way here. Hand pass inboard, succession of them, and the ball ends up with Green again. And she has done herself a massive favour and kicked one straight through the middle. So a textbook sharing of the ball goal for the Killarney Vale Bombers, and they've done what they've done in 3 quarters now and kicked the goal within the first minute of each quarter.
And you can see here Mia Wilson's going to give the handball up to the goal kicker in the end. Now, makes you wonder as it gets closer to the end of the year in that goal kicking award, will Mia want to hand too many of them off? She is a few behind after missing those few weeks.
I think Mia would be like any other great team player and just happy for her team to get the victory.
100% agree. They are nothing but a team.
But
this
if it was
Killarney
me,
Vale
I'd be as selfish as they get. I'd be, kick it to me. I need to win that trophy. Just kidding. Starting again in the middle. Kick out wide. That's a terrible attitude to have to the young players out there. Emily Thompson does not have that attitude. She's found her teammate in Kessler. Follows it up. Thompson streaming. Probably a little ambitious with that bounce. She's given the Maitland Saints a chance to catch her. Hand pass back to Kessler. They're trying to get themselves out of danger here and don't do it. Pouncing on it are the Maitland Saints. And they kick forward, but it's chopped off by Holly Flack, who is having a wonderful day out today. Very, very good indeed. Her kick effective to Wood. Wood driving it long. Jacqueline Green with the front spot. Gobbles that one up. Right on the 50. She'll need someone to present. And guess who? Mia Wilson. She didn't take it on the first bite there. Still finding her feet in the competition after coming back from a lengthy stay and rest through a serious injury. She's a champion. She'll be back to her best in no time. Maitland, succession of hand passes, trying to get themselves out of the danger area, but the Killarney Vale Bombers want to get their flex on now and show everyone why they are sitting top of the ladder, why they are reigning premiers. Won't take long, Arabella, will it?
Yeah, no, it certainly won't. So, yeah, great start there, obviously, for the Bombers, but nice tap down there by Murphy, it looked like, and off to 3. So Wood now down the line. They're moving back into that forward 50 now, looking to set up here. Nice mark there by Wilson. So she's going to line up for this one, I'm sure. Yeah, there she is. As you said, when you're that good of a player, it's going to work out for you regardless.
Is this her first one today?
No, she has.
No, she has. That's
goals
right. When
already.
we still wasn't sure it was
we,
her.
we didn't give it to her.
Yeah, sorry. I think Georgia Jenkins got on the score sheet for you, me, wasn't it? But that's not our fault. That's.
It could have been 2. Yeah.
I knew it was you. Deep down, I always knew it was her. Looks like Gracie Jurix ended up with a free kick here. Arabella, you want to call this one in?
Yeah, that kick just didn't quite make the distance there by Wilson, but now it looks like, Durek right in front of goal, so she's locked that one in for the Bombers. Yeah.
Saving Gracie. She ends up with her I think that's her second for today. I do apologise
she's
for
got
not
at
keeping
least
a good
2,
run on that.
Yep.
But she's certainly presenting very well up there, and that forward line just looks more and more potent every time we see it, don't we?
We miss Ash with his little goal tally spreadsheet. We need to get more on board, Corey.
Yeah, I know. I was never a studious high school student, but Ash has gone on to become a principal of a school, so clearly pretty organised fellow. He'd have to be able to fill all the items he has on his agenda every week and do it with such a plum. You have to be organised.
Yeah, well, I have enough trouble managing my own kids, let alone a couple hundred of them. So
I have trouble getting from out of my bed and out to work each morning, and I don't work. It's ridiculous. Back in the middle now, the Bombers taking up where they left off there. Wood kicks out to the wing. Foot race out there. Maitland Saints putting up a resistance, but they're really starting to get their flex on now. 2 goals already this quarter, but a free kick going the way of the Maitland Saints. What can they build here? Kick
Yeah.
forward, courageous mark there. That was excellent work. Edie Thomas, she wheels around. She's found a target. Great piece of league play here. Skylar Dunn has the ball now. She's been a star for the Maitland Saints for a little while now. The Skylar's the limit, they say, around here, as she kicks it long to the hot spot. Good position for the ball. Opportunity now for the Saints to get another one. But disciplines work by the Bombers, and Bender rushes it through for a minor score. So that takes them up to double figures, 1-4-10 to 8-7-55. Certainly not a discredit to the Maitland Saints by any stretch of the imagination. They are putting up a gallant fight. Great re-entry kick. They've turned the ball over here, the Maitland Saints. Arabella.
Yeah, they set that up beautifully. I really thought they were on target for a goal there, but just unable to, get it through the post. But they're still putting up a fight, and looks like we might have a free kick there for the Bombers. So they're going to look down the line. Looks like towards the wing. We've got, Durick calling for it, but it's going to be Thompson now, unable to grab that one. So a little bit of scrappy play there, but they get it clear down the wing now. Another dropped mark, but we've seen a nice game from Butler. She's been on fire, and
Very consistent performer, Dixie Butler, that's for sure. Been around for a fair few seasons now. But the Maitlands have created a turnover here. That's some excellent work. Keely Cobcroft, who's been alive today, kicks it forward. Skylar Dunn is raffling it off with Ella Gidney. Gidney wins it on this occasion, kicks it forward. She's looking for a presenting target in the forward line. Probably would have been better to just go long herself there. She does have a reasonable distance in her boot, we've seen today. But the Bombers, they're out of danger. Off the half-back line now, trying to get some rebound football happening. They've got it in the middle. Long kick to that centre-half forward position. Intriguing contest there between Raw and Durick. Durick gets hold of it. She's caught, pulled back, and hindered from progress a little. Raw hand passes it to a teammate who ran straight into trouble. That teammate being Mulholland. And a ball up is ensuing. Oh, roving beautifully. Here, Raw. Trinity, she kicks it to the wing. Foot race now. Gidney should get there first, just in front of Bender. But Bender does exceptionally well there. Gets the front position. Toe pokes it out of danger. Now it's picked up. Looks like Butler this time's got it. Wheels around on her right foot. Long kick into the forward line. Doing what the Bombers do best. Setting up scores all day long. Ball's in dispute at the moment. Been picked up on this occasion. Butler can't get hold of it. Kick inboard. There's Bombers there, but there's also Saints. They can't hinder the Bombers at this on this occasion, or yes, they can actually. They made me eat my own words. Kick back out to the wing. Great work. That's Bender there. She's done excellent repelling that forward thrust from the Maitland Saints on 2 occasions consecutively. In the hands now of Mia Wilson. What can she conjure from here? Centres the ball up. Raw spoils Durick. The Bombers aren't going to get it easy. Rolling with the ball there. Maitland Saints hand passing it out. But it's picked up in the end. That's Georgia Butler that time. Her kick ineffective, and it's taken by Eager right on the line. Edie Thomas now doing her bit for the Maitland Saints. The cavalry of the Bombers has arrived, and that in the form of Eva Murphy. But a kick was pulled to the near side, left-hand curve on it, and went out of bounds on the full. So Maitland Saints will get the free kick here, Arabella.
yeah, just under pressure there. Obviously just came off the wrong part of her foot, but this is going to give some time for the Saints to reset and get it out of their defensive 50. So it looks like up for the mark now was Durick. She's played a great game as well. It's been in majority of the contests around the ground, so all the girls enjoying a breather here. As we mentioned before, the Saints only with 1 on the bench, so they're really going to want to soak up this time and reset. So it looks like Murphy going up in the ruck gets tapped back, so a little bit scrappy and congested there, but they look to get it out into the centre now. And we can see Butler hanging in that back end, just roving the contest. If that had have come out of there, it would have been deadly, but back into the ground now. So Saints working really hard to get out of that contest.
Holly Flack with the ball now. She's had a good day, hasn't done much wrong today and had plenty of it. Butler reads the ball better at ground level. Can't go on with it though. She's got certain assistance there by Tara Angel. She's got 2 to beat. One of them's Raw. She's going to get to the loose ball first. She's really livening up in this quarter especially. She's done a number of rebound kicks here, winning the ball from the Bombers directly herself. But so is this one. Jasmine Bender, she's having a ripper today. Follows that up with a kick. She gets the loose ball, kicks it into the forward line. Just a little low there for Mia Wilson, and it's chopped off. I think that was Eager who got hold of it. She's looking for Raw at centre half back. Juggling mark almost taken by the Bombers. Almost had a hand on it. Now it's picked up, loose ball. Georgia Jenkins, hand pass back out to Raw. She kicks it long to the wing. What a booming kick. I'm becoming a bigger fan of her as the game goes on. This time, though, chopped off by the Bombers. They intercept that, send it back inboard. Back with Bender again. She's got the ball on a string this quarter. Absolutely. She's bending and weaving like crazy there, as her namesake suggests. She's got a free kick here now, and rightly so too. She waits for something to present. She's got plenty on offer with this forward line from the Bombers. It is star-studded, jam-packed with weapons. And one of them right there with the ball now. So the kick inboard now by the Bombers. Looking for Mia Wilson. She's led beautifully. She had to juggle that one, but she brought it in the end. Normally a given for a match-fit Mia Wilson, but she's been out for a few weeks now. What a kick. Look at that. There it is. No, she's missed it. But that is what we expect Mia Wilson generally to hit. She's very much like her counterpart in the men's side for the Bombers, Brandon Lloyd, who likes a certain degree of difficulty in their set shot before they kick them. You put them 20 in front, right out, 20 metres out, right in front Arabella. They struggle with that, but you get 3 players hanging on to their jumper and they've got to snap it over their shoulder. They'll get it every time, no matter how tight the angle is. We love that. Exciting players indeed.
Yeah, for sure. It's good she backed herself on that one as well. Like, we've seen her do it before, so it's good to, obviously she just came in short, but
she's going to have another crack now.
Yeah. Great positioning in the forward 50, and she's also, as we mentioned before, shared it around and always gives other opportunities to other team members. So,
she's very selfless, actually, Mia Wilson. For somebody who was leading the goal kicking by as much as she was, it would surprise me to see just how willing she was to share that ball around. So she'll be back to her finest and time for the finals. The little break might end up doing her well. She'll probably be nice and fresh come finals time, which is a dangerous proposition for any team. As Trinity Raw, geez, I've been enthused by her game. Kick on this occasion, though, Emily Thompson, who's my best on ground at this stage, her match has been absolutely superb. She's head and shoulders the best, been the best on the field for me today. Number 7 for the Bombers, Emily Thompson, just ripping it up.
Yeah, great mark there from Eager as well, from the Saints. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I enjoy Eager as a fullback. She runs a full measure on the re-entry kicks every time and isn't afraid to take the opposition on, and we love that. She's got real fire about the way she plays. So a good start for the future. This is a great piece of lead-up play by the Maitland Saints. They've gone kick, kick, kick. Chest mark dropped in the end. Unfortunately, that was Edie Thomas, but they've still got it, the Maitland Saints. They're working very hard for their opportunities, but they are getting them. Thomas overran it again. No one can get clean hands on it, but they want to try and lock it in here, the Saints. And coming in, I think that was Raw who came in to try and have a say on it. Wasn't able to run off with it. Holly Flack now has the task to try and get it out of danger. Manages to do that through the help of Murphy. She kicks to the wing. 1 Saint, 2 Bombers. 1 Saint wins, and that 1 Saint is Skylar Dunn. Job done. Kicks it forward. It's inside the forward 50 now for the Saints. I'm loving this. This second and third efforts by the Saints against the top team in the competition to try and give themselves second and third scoring opportunities rather than it just being rebounded straight out of their forward 50. It's real signs of genuine improvement from this club, and we love seeing that. Unfortunately, drop mark there. Little toe poke forward. gains them some ground, but only gets to the hands of Kirsten Kessler. She's always damaging whenever she's near the ball. Little toe poke forward. Trinity Raw, hand pass over the top. She hasn't got any support from the Maitland Saints, but they do arrive in time. Toe poke out. In the hands now of Craig. Back to Raw. She's got the loose ball. Hot hand pass evades Gaston, Billy. And the kick by the Bombers is going to send them forward again. This time, I think that was Jenkins who did the work. Mia Wilson dropped the mark, but gathered it on the bounce. Kicks one high, long. It's going to bounce through for a goal. There's the Mia Wilson we know and love. It'll take a little while, but she will bounce back to her best, and there's a snippet of what we can expect when she does. What a start. Welcome back, Mia Wilson.
Well, I think to prove your point, Corey, that wasn't a set shot. It was a sort of play on, kick it over the shoulder type. As you said, degree of difficulty goes up. Mia Wilson's accuracy goes up.
Certainly does. I reckon I know what I'm talking about. I've watched a lot of these players over a number of years now. Gotten very familiar with a lot of their game styles and plans.
Just their numbers you're not so familiar with.
Well, I only remember numbers from 5 years back.
Well, we had the clarification. She used to be 30.
Yep. I've only ever known her as 30 in a number of years I've been calling this. So you want to call this one? Oh, it looks like they're going to load up again here, Arabella.
Yeah, they're just really running with this momentum now. The Bombers, she looks to centre it now. Kind of overkicked that one, so we've got Wilson in there again.
Oh, what an angle!
So beautifully played there. I didn't see that coming at all. And
well,
back to back.
Suddenly she's on bag rating form, isn't she? Like that, and what a wonderful angle we got that at. We just snuck that one straight through. And bear in mind, where Mia kicked that from would have been a far more acute angle than from what we saw it. But here's her class and her form. Running flat out, just was able to bend that right back and show everyone why she was last year's leading goal kicker and was leading it up until she was injured. In round 4, was it?
Yeah, round 4, yeah. She didn't finish the game in round 4.
Well done. So she's suddenly on bag rating form, which means I think that's 3 goals.
Yeah,
rarely have we seen Mia Wilson on the field where she hasn't got herself into bag rating form or not kicked a bag anyway. I think she's got 3 out of 4 bags this year, so this might be another one. We'll have to wait and see. We'll sit on the edge of our seat and see how that pans out.
Yeah, it'd be great to get a goal update as well for the City game that's going to take place at 1.
Oh, yes,
Ruby Spark as
we
well.
will do that, actually.
It's going to be interesting to see after today. Who's on top?
Yeah, Ruby Sparks are running into some electrifying form herself, and that will be a great race between those two now that Mia's back, and the other girls that are right up amongst it as well. Good tackle there. That's effective. Holding the ball call, and that's some great work. Hand pass inboard. It's with Georgia Jenkins now. Long kick forward, but the Bombers' defence, as always, is right up to it. Hand pass to Holly Flack. Look at that turn of pace. Something would make her brother envy, no doubt. Mia Wilson, she's really starting to put the clamps on now. She's got hold of that loose ball. Wheels around, hand passes inboard. Ball's a little hot for Angel. The Bombers have still got it. They kick it over to the other side of the field, middle of the ground. Maitland Saints almost rescue the ball back into their favour. This time Woods got the loose ball. Kicks a long ball forward. Foot race now. A foot race that Edwards is going to win. Looping hand pass over the top. There's Mia Wilson. Is that 4 or 5? I'm going to have to get a clarification on that.
I think that's 4.
That's 4, but what's more important, it's 3 in a row, and the Bombers have just leapt out now. 19 minutes gone. We've got less than a minute to go, and they have started to look like the Bombers of old. It's like somebody woke up the Kraken in Mia Wilson, and the beast of goal kicking is alive.
Yeah, she was so composed with that. It was almost slow motion she knew she could do it, so it was an easy one.
She's done it a few times.
Yeah.
But it goes again, that team first attitude too was like, well, look for the player in the better position. It's not about the individual tally. It was good teamwork to handball it off to Wilson and let her capitalise.
And we're starting to see the Bombers that we are accustomed to, the dominant leaders of the pack. They are really starting to put their flex on, and I do feel for the Maitland Saints because they are still gallant. They're still putting everything into it. The Bombers are just starting to get their flow on now, which usually happens at some point in the game. But that'll be it for this particular quarter. 3 quarters done. And the big news here, ladies and gentlemen, is Mia Wilson is arrived. She is back, and she's as bad as ever before. And when I say bad, I mean good. 100%. Let's be clear on that. We'll go to a quick break and bring you the last quarter of what is a terrific game here at Max McMahon Oval.
Welcome back. The Maitland Saints getting a final word from their coach. Down on the scoreboard, but certainly not down from intent and effort. They've shown a lot of heart out here today, Maitland. And 1 goal and 4 points to reward so far. And with any luck, maybe another major or two in the last quarter. They've certainly shown plenty of intent, Corey, haven't they, the Saints?
They certainly have. I've been greatly impressed with them. I think they've restricted what is normally a really free-flowing, fast-scoring side in the Killarney Vale Bombers, and that's the very reason why they're reigning premiers and top of the ladder this year as well, where they're looking very good for another premiership this season, benchmark standard. But the Maitland Saints are a testament to the entire league's move forward, I think, with the way they're playing today. They've found it, the sides at the bottom end of the women's division have found it very hard to compete with sides at the top end. So,
yeah, well, speaking of the women's division, some scores from around the grounds. Cardiff Hawks 95 against the entrance Baddo Bay 0. That's at around three-quarter time. At quarter time, it is Newcastle City up 28-0 over Nelson Bay, and Warners Bay 7, Terrigal Avoca 12 at quarter time. So, pretty good start there for Warners Bay. They'd be pretty happy to be within a goal of the Jodie Hicks Panthers at quarter time.
There's another side in the women's competition that's emerging. They've been toiling away for a few seasons now, as have Terrigal Avoca in years gone by. They've now taken the big step up to the top 4 area of the competition, and Warners Bay following suit by staying right with them in that game. As we go back to the action here at Max McMahon, Bethany Woods had another ripping day today. She gets the clearance, but leading the charge to the ball is Edie Thomas for the Maitland Saints, and they've done well out of this. But what a tackle. The kick was even better to get that away during the middle of that huge tackle. Holly Flack pounces on the ball, sends it the Mia Wilson direction. Mia Wilson takes the mark. Lines up, squares up the goal face by hitting it in the middle. Emily Thompson, probably best on ground still. She continues to rack up possessions. Hand pass out wide. The runner gets the kick in board now. Bombers trying to keep that flex going. They need to send a message to the competition. I think that's Murphy who got her kick away there. But we're pouncing on it there. I think that was Keely Cobcroft on that occasion. Kicks it to the middle of the ground. Kessler swoops in. Hand passes out to Bender, one of her finest days today. She has repelled so much as Trinity Raw fires up the engines and she takes off. 2 bounces. She's still going, still leading the charge here. Outstanding work. I think she's gained about 100 metres on her own there. High kick rebound from the Bombers is ineffective because the Maitland Saints have it through, I think that was Edie Thomas again. Kirsten Kessler, though, she's reliable and dour and stingy as you like. Goes no further than her at half-back. And now the Bombers try and mount something. They want to get a first score. First quarter they've had today where they haven't scored in the first minute of play. The hand pass over the top. They've still got hold of it. There are many angles to goal, according to the Killarney Vale Bombers. Butler being one of them here. She kicks it forward. They've lost possession of it for the momentarily, the Bombers. They've got it back again now. Through the agency of Murphy. Move forward. Wheeling around and having a kick. I think that is Edwards. But off hands, it's rushed through for a behind. So check out how eager brings this ball back in, Arabella. I think it's great, and it's sort of indicative of the way that the Saints play. Well, that wasn't a good example of it, which was always going to happen when I mentioned it, wasn't it?
Commentators curse.
Yeah. So, but generally speaking, good mark. Do you want to take this one away, Arabella?
Yes, it looks like 17 now. Taylor down the line. Gets into space, but unfortunately Anderson unable to mark that one. And 2, so Craig wrapping up the Bombers player now. And it looked like, Flack out the back. She's been everywhere.
Oh, that's so
saw her on the
unlucky.
bench before, and as soon as she comes back on, her presence is known, that's for sure. So, that was a quick play up the grounds. And it looks like Bombers now just trying to slow it down.
So I was just going to say that was a wonderful tackle there by the Bombers and probably a goal-saving one, I feel, for the Saints because they worked so hard. They might have another opportunity now. That was Raw who sent it up high. It's at centre half forward. Picked up beautifully by Skylar Dunn. She's kicked it goalward. Bearing down on him is Gidney. And that's desperation. Look at that. Bombers 2 outnumbered 1. They've kicked it, but they're not out of danger yet, the Bombers. Returned there by Keely Cobcroft. She's had a good day today. She can count her work done for sure by the end of it. Her and Holly Flack having a good contest there. Flack almost gets away with it, but she had to run into Skylar Dunn afterwards. Ball's still in play. It's still alive. Skylar Dunn kicks to goal. Kirsten Kessler won't be able to get to it on the full, but she gets it on the half volley. Kicks out towards Emily Thompson, and probably a goal-saving play again by the Bombers. They are classy, and it must be frustrating no matter what the Maitland Saints do, and they are doing it well. They just can't break through for that goal score. So Mia Wilson of some sort for them would be very handy at moments like that and would make a big difference to the overall finish, I think. But the ball now, I think that's Murphy who's got it. Yes, it is. Kicks long to the wing, looking for Jurek. It's a long way for her to bend down and pick up those half volleys. She can't do it. Maitland Saints converge from everywhere, putting pressure on the ball handlers. They're trying to create a turnover. Emily Thompson does extremely well. But it's Trinity Raw who reads it better, but she just couldn't quite get a boot to it. Great run-down tackle. Umpire says play on, and the ball's still alive. Far wing. Hand pass back in board. This is outstanding work. This is Skylar Dunn, I think. It's done that. No, it isn't. I couldn't quite make out who it was, but one way or another, that Maitland Saint did very well. Not enough, however, because the ball is now with Jacqueline Green. High ball coming down. Reading it beautifully is Wood. She'll go back. She'll send it deep into the forward line. Can't quite get to Wilson on the full. Now it's up to the Maitland Saints defence to be stretched. There's a good passage of play for the Maitland Saints. They've restricted the Bombers' road to goal quite well and created a couple of opportunities for themselves.
Yeah, it was a nice tap forward there from the Saints. Really got that out of danger. And, yeah, love to see the fight they still have in the fourth quarter and have really come out firing. Could be called high there. Yep, so Bombers with the free kick now. They're really looking to slow down the play, just trying to reset. And, yeah, it's been quite congested as well in this forward 50 of the Saints. So just trying to reset down the wing now. I think it was Green. Yep, clearing that one out. Centering it now. So real turn of events there. It looks like Bombers now. Ooh.
The free kick's been found here. Going.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've called that right, Arabella, when you said that it's impressive, the fight that the Maitland Saints still have. It's clear, you know, they know they're not going to win this one. It's way out of reach, but they're still playing it like they could. And to do a four-quarter effort of that, again, that's I look for the markers, I guess, of where you can see a side has genuinely improved as opposed to just improved for one quarter or something like that. And they've played 4 quarters of a consistent brand of football. Their men's plate counterparts before them played a brilliant second half, but sort of were left languishing in that first half. But the girls have come out and they've played a consistent, hard, desperate 4 quarters of effort against the best team in the competition.
And let's not forget, Nellie Sharon Bob also out injured. She came back after an injury earlier in the year and then unfortunately injured herself last week.
Yes,
I think it was, did her knee, broke her kneecap. So you know, there's still some ins for this Maitland side that would add a little bit more talent to them as well.
We feel for it too, Nelly, and we hope you have a speedy recovery because some big things are going to happen for you in your footy career. There's no doubt about that. And the girls out there would desperately love to have your dash, your run, and most of all, that big booming kick of yours, sending it down into that forward line. It would have helped out immensely, no doubt. But the girls are putting in a wonderful performance nonetheless, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy that, and we look forward to seeing you back out on the footy field soon. So it's Nellie Sharon Bob, of course. We've been a big fan of her for a few years now, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
So she'll be back soon, no doubt. And we have a stoppage now. It really has. It's been a terrific... going back to those markers I was talking about, I think the Maitland Saints girls have ticked all the ones that I would be looking for, that I would suggest indicate that you're on the right track,
Yep.
and you're doing the right thing, and you are definitely moving in the right direction. You've got to look at, if the Killarney Vale Bombers are here and they improve every year, these sides that are at the bottom end of the table, their improvement is raked on how much more improvement they have than Killarney Vale. As Jurek just kicks another goal, she must be close to bag rating form too.
She would be close. I didn't check her stats at the break. Mia Wilson on the 4, but yeah, as you say, Jurek might be pretty close.
Yeah. Well done, Gracie. I didn't mean to undersell your goal there. It was a terrific effort, and you've had a great game up in the forward line, that's for sure. But, yeah, just talking about those markers, and I think Maitland Saints have definitely shown that they are working hard, they're improving, and they're going in the right direction. They've shortened the gap between them and Killarney Vale as far as I'm concerned today, which is outstanding work. And a couple of stars in the making too. They are emerging from this Maitland Saints side, and I look forward to watching them. Here's one of them now, Gidney. Look at that! Pick up! Wheels around on the right boot. She's got to get a kick off. Gets a hand pass out. She's still running, following it up. Kirsten Kessler comes to ruin the party. She's a champion, as she does so often. What a great player she comes in. That's why she's the medalist. Picked up beautifully. Wheels around, because it's another goal for the Maitland Saints. It is indeed. Wonderful work. Beautiful roving goal. That is massive. We love that. That was just reward for tireless effort. They just kept at it, didn't give up, and just set themselves and steeled themselves to make sure they got a score at the end of all of this hard work. And that was just great work by Anderson there, who kicked that one. Cantor Anderson, well done. She's been battling hard all day in that forward line.
Yeah,
Finally,
she's played a great game as well. I was going to say, she's been throwing some big tackles and, yeah, making herself definitely, known out there. But that was a beautiful goal.
Great reward for hard effort all day. Hard defensive line to try and score goals against for a forward in the women's division is the Killarney Vale Bombers. So to break through and get a goal there, that's 2. What a standard.
It is. Well, you wouldn't, a first versus 8th, if it was 100 or 100 plus points, you'd go, okay, yeah. But it's not. We've got 16 points on the board, it's a couple of goals. It's a really competitive showing by Maitland.
60 points you said, Shane, didn't you?
I think we all did.
Yes, we did indeed. Well, just so you know, it's, 65 at the moment. So,
and just check Play HQ. Gracie Jurek has 1 goal, it says, but I am almost certain she's
I
kicked more than one.
She's kicked more than 1. I know, and I think she's kicking 3. Yeah. Trinity Raud's got great hands below her knees. Her and Gidney are just so good, so impressive.
Yeah, her, Gidney and Dunn have been really impressive for the Saints.
Yeah, absolutely. Dunn's been brilliant. Cobcroft's had a great day as well. Some really good efforts here today by the Maitland Saints overall. They're still going. They're still playing like they can win this match, and I just love that spirit. They've got 3 here. They should be able to dispossess Green here. That was sort of a rushed hand pass, and they've done the turnover. They've done well. Raw kicks it forward, looking for Anderson. She just kicked a goal moments ago. She's going to get to the ball first. I can't see what's happening behind the hut, but I imagine it's exciting. A kick by the Bombers goes up high. They're still resisting the Thompson hand pass over the top. Picked up on the fly beautifully by Jenkins. Back to Raw. She gets a kick away, and it's going to be fortuitous too, because right there is Bassett. She kicks it forward, looking for Gidney. She should be able to get it here, Gidney. She just does not take her hands off the ball. Wheels around, gets a hand pass out. Probably needed to get that kick away. It'll be done now. Thomas, dispossessed. Wood shows class. Kicks to the wing. Butler's waiting there like a tarantula. There, she got hold of it beautifully. Kicks it up quickly. And we've got the ball in the forward line. They've done well here, the Bombers. That's why they're on top of the ladder. Georgia Butler's got it now. She just casually, as you like, finds Mia Wilson. So raffle in between any of those forward stars, and you've got a big score there. They are so good, the Killarney Vale Bombers girls. They know exactly what they're doing. Well drilled, well coached, and they just know their way around a football field, that's for sure. So You'll have to excuse me, folks, if I don't sound like I get as excited for the Bombers. Trust me, I'm equally as excited because I think they're a great benchmark standard for all these other teams to aim for, I think.
Two-time reigning premier.
They keep laying it down, don't they? They keep laying that standard down. And the best part is when you see sides like the Maitland Saints show you that they are rising to that challenge and they are trying to chase that standard down. And I love that. It's exciting for women's football in our competition.
Yeah, for sure. So last one of Wilson went out in the full. It looks like she gets another crack at it now. So
I thought she was going to kick a bag there. Sorry, I was just going to steal that from you, Arabella, because a bag's kind of my thing. There's a goal nonetheless. It wasn't Mia Wilson. I'm pretty sure it was Green who got it.
It was indeed.
Yeah, great sportsmanship there.
Yes.
Handed it over to the fellow teammate. So
yes, I'm just going to get a message out to Mia Wilson. Stop doing that. Let's get a bag.
I want to press the yellow button.
Yeah, kick a bag, please.
You got so excited.
Let's bag raid. Come on. Yes, I don't think that message will get to her for some reason, unless I run it out myself. So, I believe a surprise for the Killarney Vale Bombers in the Men's Cup game coming up. The brother of Holly Flack.
Okay.
The much maligned.
You heard much about him?
Brother. Well, I believe he's a fast runner like his sister.
Yep.
He's a great rebounding halfback type player with midfield qualities and speed and endurance. Can kick a ball a long way, but still got a way to go before he emulates the feats of his sister, especially today. She's had a ripping game.
Yeah, she set the bar very high for him out there. So
yeah, set the flack bar very high today. We'll be expecting a lot from, what's his name, Luke?
Luke, I think it is, yeah.
Kick now by the Bombers. High, Green. She must be close to a bag too. She kicks this one. Oh.
I need to get my little lap at. See how many she's got.
Well, she's 5 metres out, 45-degree angle. Shouldn't be a problem for her whatsoever, and it could be her third, fourth, possibly fifth. I would say I'm going to go with third.
I would have said,
3/4.
It's the sort of
you can't rely on.
It's the sort of expert commentary you get here at the scene.
We got the replay from scene as well, so yeah, she backed herself in there, which is great. We'll get that update. Shane's on it.
Just quickly trying to see how many Green has. And she's got 2 already. That was her third, according to the app, but the app may not be that correct, because Gracie Jurek has definitely got more than one. I'll guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Saints getting the ball away there, but wrapped up quickly by the Bombers and holding the ball's the call. So Bombers now, Bethany Wood putting that one on the boot. A little bit ill-directed. Goes to a contest. Killarney Vale there, but held on to. They're going to get a free kick. Arabella, over to you.
Yeah, this will give them some time to slow it down now and set up that forward 50. But, yeah, as Corey was saying, obviously we love to see that forward momentum from Maitland before and really trying to make this last quarter exciting. But
here comes number
Green
4.
Again.
And she gets number 4.
Soccer it through, it looked like. So.
3 in a row for Green too. Is that what they're taking turns and kicking 3 in a row? So, wow. Well, it's now, who's going to get the bag first?
So that's her 4th now.
That's, yes,
yeah.
I believe.
4 for Green.
And 4 for Wilson.
4 for Wilson. And Jurek must be somewhere up there too.
Well.
Not showing that.
But it can't because there's only 15 goals kicked all up. So, the three players on 4 goals is 12 goals in itself. So, I don't know. We'll find out soon.
We will.
Yeah, even if we have to read about it in the paper tomorrow, we'll know soon enough. As the scramble in the middle continues. And a tackle there. Speaking of goal kickers, there's a heap of them walking past me right now.
And Lockie Hansen, Stanley Bell. Yeah, they're all there. Gee whiz, there is some goal kickers there.
They're all there. Love it. Yeah, the Killarney Vale men's side. Looking forward to seeing them in action in a few moments as this game slowly winds itself towards its end. Maitland still got a little bit of kick in them. They've got it to the forward line. Gidney, exciting, good tackle. Does it well. I'm getting more pats on the back here than I've had in a long time, and I think they're positive. The Killarney Vale Bombers men's side walking past us at the back here. Maitland Saints, they are still going. Free kick. holding the ball. Good on you, Maitland Saints. You're going the wrong way. Turn around. Let's not undo all that hard work. Great work. She's so used to being far away from goals. You guys have done better than that today. It's outstanding work. Long kick. Looking for Anderson or Gidney. Either one will do. Boundary, just almost as good. Toe poke in. Mark taken by Anderson. Hand pass inboard. The mark's been taken and the kick is good. It's another goal. Georgia Jenkins finishes it off in one of the most exciting passages of play by Maitland all day, and they've had plenty of those. I love that the Maitland Saints girls have fought this out to the very end. There might be raining a few goals for Killarney Vale down the other end because we're at that stage of the game. But with one person on the interchange bench, they have put up one of the most gallant fights from a bottom side against the top side I can remember in living memory. They've
100%.
given me something to be very excited about today for women's football, and so should everybody else. Well done to the Maitland Saints. Congrats to the Bombers. They're going to take out another 4 points, and that was expected. But well done to the Saints for putting up such a hearty performance and really giving it a crack. That's exciting.
Yeah, the Maitland cheer crew really getting around it as well. You can hear them showing up in forces and sticking it out the whole game. You can see the girls just really fired up. So it's great to see.
Again.
Yeah, great sportsmanship, just never giving up as well, having that attitude and really fighting for it. Because you never know what can happen. Obviously, they're a long way behind now, but you've always just got to give it your all and keep fighting.
Arabella, I've seen way more, adept football sides than the Maitland Saints women's side throw the towel in long before this. And the Maitland Saints girls did not do that at any point. They fought that out. They even kicked the last goal of the game. So that is a wonderful performance by them. They should be very buoyed and excited. And I hope they watch this over and over again over the coming weeks, because what they will see on the tape here will be able to vastly help them improve at a rate of knots.
Scene stealer, Corey. We've got to work out who we thought was our most exciting player on the ground.
Most exciting for me was probably either Gidney or Raw. They were most exciting. But I think the best player overall was Emily Thompson. That's who I would select as the scene stealer, because that's the right way to go. But I want a special mention to Raw and Gidney for Maitland Saints, because I think they're something special. They're going to be wonderful players.
Yep,
they already are. What about you, Arabella? Do you agree?
Oh, yeah, I agree with those as well. And I think, Skylar Dunn also played so well. And, of course, Mia Wilson as well for the Bombers. But
yeah, Flack was important off the half-back line as well.
Yeah, Flack had a wonderful game.
Beth Wood was everywhere. I mean, when's Beth Wood not? And, Kristen Kessler. Kristen Kessler.
Do we have to wait for Ash to review it?
You've made the call. You've made the call.
Well done, Emily Thompson. You're the scene stealer this week. You'll be up for a chat with the boys on Wednesday. And I'll get your autograph later on. That's it from us today.
No, we've got another men's game, but it's it.
For women's footy?
That is it for this game.
Congratulations to the Killarney Vale Bombers. They retained their top spot. Welcome back the wonderful Mia Wilson, and put on another fine performance against a very, very much improving Maitland Saints. Thanks for joining us. Stick around. We'll bring you the Men's Cup action in just a few moments. See you.
This has been a Scene Production co-broadcast for the AFL Hunter Central Coast.